Did you see Olivia Rodrigo is using ballerinas in her music video? She's actually done this before, and I reacted to it like 4 years ago. And props to her, not just for hiring real ballerinas, but ballerinas dancing at the highest level at some of the biggest ballet companies in the world. These are widely recognizable faces in the ballet world. Now, most people wouldn't think twice about this, but I think everyone in the industry did a double take because these recognizable professional dancers we're used to seeing in dark leotards and layers, were wearing pink, soft, pale, ballet pink. And that got me thinking, because if you look at how fashion and media adapts balletcore, it's always this specific pink, the pale satin, the soft tulle, the delicate feminine aesthetic. And what anyone who grew up in ballet will immediately recognize isn't professional ballet, it's pre-ballet, ages 3 to 5. These aesthetic cues come from the 19th century Romantic period, and even though fashion trends change, ballet cycles back to this pink again and again. While in actual ballet world, you graduate from it almost immediately. So the question is, why is the fashion world obsessed with ballet, but specifically this color, this shade that represents the girlhood of the ballet world itself? At first glance, the answer seems obvious. It's the infantilization of women, fashion reducing ballet to its most feminine, most childlike aesthetic and selling it back to us as aspiration. But I don't think that's it, or at least I don't think that's all of it. Here's what I've been watching instead. My son is 2 years old, almost pre-ballet age, and watching him has been one of the most fascinating experiences of my life because everything in his world is play. Everything he learns, everything he hears, everything he picks up off the ground, learning is the result of play, not the reason for it. There's no goal, no need for validation, just play. And it is at this phase that we put children in pink, because here's what the uniform progression in ballet actually tells us. From ages 3 to 5, the uniform is pink. Light, soft ballet pink. As training becomes more serious, the colors get darker, navy, black, more layers, more corrections, until eventually at the professional level, dancers are barely visible underneath their layers. Pink doesn't follow you, it stays behind, right there at the beginning, at the place where learning still feels like play. And the darker uniform isn't just aesthetic, it represents a shift, a correction. The moment the art form gets serious, play gets left at the door. So what does fashion keeps reaching back for? Not the discipline, not the corrections, not the auditions, not the hierarchy. Fashion keeps reaching back to the pink, to the moment before all of that, to the thing that gets trained out. And I think that's because somewhere instinctively, culture recognizes what was lost. Here's something that I've watched unfold over the past 23 years of doing Pointe Shop fittings. More and more adult dancers are coming back to ballet recreationally, starting at 35, 45, 60, and in this group, balletcore pink is everywhere, not just as a fashion choice, but as a feeling. These dancers aren't wearing pink because they don't know better. They're wearing it because they came back to ballet specifically to find something that they've been missing. They're for fun, for the love of it, for the lifestyle of it. And for someone like me who grew up in dance with a very complicated relationship with ballet, that is genuinely unfathomable. Everything that I remember from training was pointed at something: an audition, a performance, a role, a next level. I was always training for something. These dancers aren't training for anything. They're just dancing. The other day, I watched a group of adult recreational dancers leave class at the San Francisco Ballet. They were glowing. Not happy exactly, just glowing. Try to remember the last time I saw dancers leave class like that, and I'm not sure I could. I think that's why fashion keeps reaching back to the pink. Not because it wants women to stay small, not because it's selling girlhood. It's reaching back to play, to the version of ballet that existed before the correction, before the goal, before the discipline separated itself from the joy of learning. Balletcore isn't about being a beginner. It's about what we were before someone told us we had to stop.